the Clean Water State Revolving Fund, sewer phase 8. We are still waiting on Jure and the civil and law to get those certitudes signed. The sewer replacement of sewer lift station behind Williams Road, we're still waiting on the pumps for that one. We have talked to the mayor and asked for approval to do inspection services, resident project services on that project. It's to be billed on an hourly rate up to $26,000. We are hoping that some of the other projects that do have other budgets for that, in particular sewer 7 and sewer 8, will come together, and we actually won't have to touch any of this, but just we think we'll have to do something.
Okay, John. We installed
close to the end of the year, maybe even into January.
Expected. We didn't discuss $26,000 cap on every decided 4 hours a day, right?
I think that was it, yes, sir.
So I'm asking council to pay 4 hours a day and monitor for the first month, see how it goes.
That's fine.
We are agreeing with that, just keep it set up at the platform.
Absolutely, and this is on a per hour basis, so if we don't need it, we won't use it.
The guy comes in to do inspection, he check the town form, when he leaves, when he gets there, when he leaves.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, any questions by council? Move by Kip. Second by Jody. Any questions? We'll vote on Jody. All right. Kip. All right. Willis. Please. Mike. Aye. Okay, John.
Thank you. The Armandale C drainage project, we've gotten it down. We pretty much have everything in. We've got a choice between 3 different types of pumps. So I'm getting together with Mike and Sal on which one of those 3 pumps to use in the pump station itself. Preparing your capital outlay requests for it to be submitted the next month. So I'm working on that. If you've got any others to add to this, Mayor, one of the things we are thinking about is for the seawall, there will be a match, the Delta Regional Authority grant. Talking about putting that in as a capital outlay request. But any other ones you have, just let me know and we'll add it to the list. All right. In the chlorine contact chamber at the south plant, we've gotten some drawings from Gaines Concrete. I wanted to make sure it would fit on the site. It does, so we're moving forward with getting a formal proposal from them, as well as figuring out what things they will do and what things we would need to get the other contractors.
So we're gonna get us a concrete one,
It will be a concrete.
Not a sewer plant.
That is just start. It's just a start. Get away. That's a good experiment to see if that'll work.
Okay, is there any question for John before we? All right, John, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, attorney?
Sorry, Mayor.
All right.
Okay, the LA1 legislation, I'm working on it before I submit it back to Representative Ogeron. I'll bring it to the town hall, the council. Y'all can review it, let me know if that's what y'all want in place, and then I can get it with Joe in time to introduce in the next legislative session. Second is BC 1051, that's the notice to be heard for Charles Collier. I'd ask that y'all delay that to October 7th. We would have on October 7th both an opportunity to be heard for BC 1051 and for BC 1044 that's shown in Emily Bernard. Again, those are houses that we've already demolished, and under the ordinance, we need to give them an opportunity to state their case as to why they should not have to pay, reimburse the town for the demolition costs before we file the lien.
All right.
And then number 3, possible executive session to discuss former employees owing money to the town. I did speak with Jure today. She said she's been in contact with those employees, those former employees. She's working through the process, the collections process. There was no need for any council action tonight, so there's no need for an executive session.
Okay. Is there any questions for our town attorney? Anybody? Thank you. Chief of Police?
August stats, we had 1,432 calls for service. Our violation count was 557. We had 448 cases. We made 7 arrests. We had a couple of medicals, 4 theft by shoplifting, 6 thefts, a couple of disturbances, 2 criminal damage to property, and 1 DWI.
All right, Chief. Any questions, Chief? All right, go ahead, Chief.
Number 2, council to approve hiring officer. I'd like to take that off the list.
All right, the Chief requested to move it off the agenda, need a motion?
Vote.
Moved by Mike, second by Willis. No further questions, we'll vote on it. Jody? Aye. Here. Aye. Mason? Mike?
So we weren't running with that. I was the last meeting we advertised, right?
Yes, we did.
So you had somebody now, or no, this is.
I had somebody, but I had to take it off because they didn't pass the test, so we can't
I was
hire.
trying to know, like, if it was the last meeting, we just didn't take it off.
Status of police vehicle to be sold at auction. Expert was finally able to come in.
Mike, what are you gonna do with the, Mike?
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
Let's go, we have a discussion. All for? Aye. Pass. Go ahead.
Status of police vehicle to be sold at auction. Expert was able to come and uninstall all of the equipment that we can keep. I just need to pull the stickers off. I got my, the rubber wheel to pull them off, and I'm gonna try to get it to the sheriff's office sometime this week, that the trustees pull it. If not, I'll try to get it done in the back here.
Okay, need council to vote on surplus, the police vehicle. Moved by Willis. Second by Kip. Any questions? We'll go on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Aye. Lacy? Mike?
Aye.
All right, Chief, you say you want to add something to the agenda, Chief?
Yes, I'd like to add something to the agenda. I move.
Moved by Mike, second by Jody. Like to add tonight's against crime, that's what he's adding. Ask the council once, the audience once, audience twice, audience 2 times. All for? Aye. Opposed? Go ahead, Chief.
Not Out Against Crime is gonna be October 8th of 24. Starts at around 6 p.m. We'd like to have it at the Golden Meadow Park at the Pavilion. It was a pretty good success last year, so we opened up, people will come out again this year. It's a Tuesday night.
All right.
You said the 8th, right? Yes, sir.
All right. So for the first, we'll move on. Good. We go to the whole business, hurricane auto repair. All project has been obligated and received funding with a work completed by the deadline of September 2024. One behind the legal and floodgate at the park, cable electrical box at the pumping station, street and coffee sign, pumping station equipment shed, town hall and fuel canopy, lift station and sewage plant, senior citizen crowd building, 50% rule, waiting on update machine on the next step. Swimming pool pump house, swimming pool bath house building, for possible alternate project waiting on the next step. The food power hurricane recovery grant, $205,407. Deadline is 6/30/25. Power to request 4/4/2024 to repair asphalt and Redwood Boulevard, Tuesday Drive and Elm Street. Joe,
I got something down.
okay,
Can we add a street to it? Or we have to be
I don't know if it's too late, but go ahead.
Or what? Might have to add that to the agenda.
Okay, you can add it again.
When I do it.
Also, I spoke to Archie after the last meeting, he assured that these streets are gonna be done by the end of the year. That was the conversation I had with him.
Is it this year or in the next year?
Yeah, like this year or next year she wants it.
This year. This year. The LED application submitted 11/13/2023, results expected August 2024. Councilman Sherman, you discussed speed bumps and Washington Street, you said, Mr. Sherman.
Yeah, I just put it on the agenda because I know we went through the process with the machine and that didn't pass. But if the people really want it, I think, I wanna know how the rest of the council feels, if they really want, also Sherman ain't good for that. On Sherman ain't, they got some rope right now. Just want to get a few of the rest of the council, I just feel a lot of the people really want. And I think, didn't the Barrett give us some speed bumps a few years back?
Yeah, we have.
So if we would decide to do it for them, if they want, it would just be the council putting them in.
Well, the cost of putting them in is the whole problem, I'm not already.
That's fine, that's why I'm want to discuss.
And I mean, to figure it out, he said, it's the hardware cost more than the speed bumps, you know what I'm saying, so, but, it's something we can look into, but, we'll have to see if they're still there from the storm, you know, past couple of storms, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It just, it seems like most of the people want it. I think if they want it, we should do it.
Washington, yeah, Washington Street, there, they tore them up, you know, peeling out on them, and things like that, that was like 10, 12 years ago. The council had tried it.
I just wanted to kind of get the feel of how the rest of the council
So I
feel.
think the township come up with some kind of criteria, and I'm not saying to go with the parish criteria that they not meet,
Yeah,
but
we
you
can-
should have something, because if not every street in town will come and say, well, you gave them speed bumps, how much speed bumps this, and they might have 4 cars that pass, I'm just saying one street, like, you know what I'm saying?
And if we win this,
Not
maybe
against them,
these
I'm
two
just saying they have to have,
see.
I think that you need to have something back to stuff up of why they not, and then why you get another street with.
There was some concern about what if a car gets damaged? To me, if a car gets damaged, you speed, it's your own fault.
But in meadow, I mean, I agree, I'm not against the speed bumps, I agree with Lacey, we need to figure out what's the criteria. I mean, if you're gonna put them in Washington, you're gonna have all the traffic down Connie Bay Street. You know, I mean, I'm not against it, we just need to figure the cost, what's the criteria. I mean, it's just a little more than, kinda like Lacey said, somebody asks some speed bumps and they get it.
Just remember this, these people are outlaws, they want to speed on, they should get a speed bump.
I didn't say I was against it,
I'm just saying,
you know, I'm just saying what you,
that's why I brought it up for discussion.
you know.
You there,
I understand what y'all are saying, but y'all don't live on the street. I've been taking license plates down because they're been going fast. And some of them come to the bank. Cause I don't see them, and I know they work there. So now I'm gonna start taking license plate down. And I'm gonna call the bank if I have to. People have no respect. Okay, we tried the stop sign. They don't know what stop means, apparently. I had to cut a tree down from the front, my neighbor's tree. I asked her if I could cut the tree because they weren't even seeing the stop sign anymore. And I did, and since then it's worked. But we have to live down that street, and it's sad. And if other streets are doing the same thing, because we had those speed bumps done when we were in town hall. Wherever we at, right here, you had them put in.
right,
And I think Daniel is the one that got him through the LaFouche Parish or whatever,
town people.
yeah. So, you know, that's the reason. They just go too fast, and the bridge is not open yet. So we have to live there.
Down my street in school, they don't stop at stop signs. My husband Chase went to the school every day. I get that they speed, I know it's
And I understand that, it's just, it gets frustrating when it's an open street. And until you live there, you don't know really what it's like.
And like I said, I'm not saying that I'm against that, just think you have to have some
Yeah,
guidelines.
yeah, I know. Why don't you come up with some criteria to bring to the council?
Okay.
Okay, we'll go with that. So, council, I'll agree with that. I agree with that.
And I wanna say one other thing, Mayor. We had talked about the speed limit, but we have to go back in the records and redo that. But they don't listen, they don't even go with the speed, they go over the speed limit. You know, and it's a town, and people should respect that. If I go down the street, I will go slow, I promise you. Thank you.
Okay, all right, but now we have Devin Dion, Bob Wilshot, he's not here tonight. Leave it on the agenda.
That was up to me, I dropped the ball with the storm and stuff that totally slipped my mind, so.
You can say you were.
I did, I just didn't get what I ordered in yet, so.
All right. When you're ready, we'll put it back, we'll leave it on the agenda. $100 for located request, obstructive inspection by substantive plan. They'll inspect it, and you give us a report.
Did y'all look at the dollars?
Yeah, a report.
This actually was done last week before the storm. I did this inspection. basically, in short, it's a metal building, it can be salvaged if they do an immediate renovation. So, as it is, yeah, I guess it can be condemnable, but if they do a renovation, soon, they can be salvaged.
The council wants to send it.
You never in contact with them,
I've been in contact with them a few months ago, and someone wanted to buy it, but every time they try to call the guy wouldn't answer the phone.
I moved to, send a letter.
If I may, I apologize for interrupting. I'd just like for him to read into the record what his report is. It's not long, it's 4 or 5 lines.
I'm good to do it.
This is a structural analysis inspection for a metal building with a block wall frontage. A section of the block wall is fallen down, exposing the plywood, which is weathered and has signs of deterioration. The front entrance is missing and boarded up with wood sheathing also. It's also deteriorating and coming apart. There are openings in the sheathing, which is a harbor for dust and rainwater to enter. There is also metal trim missing in a few areas. The building could be salvaged with an immediate renovation, but if it's not gonna happen, it is my recommendation that the building be demolished, as this is a danger to the community for flying debris and further deterioration.
Thank you.
Okay.
Motion made by
I'll second.
Lisa to move forward, second by Jody. Any further discussion by the council? No further discussion, we vote on Jody. Kip. Woods. Lacy. Aye. Ayes have it. All right, thank you, sir. Energy, trim trees and light poles. I think they were contacted. I think I seen them down one of the streets last week. Also, the town did do some trimming on all that, those little streets, not the energy board. Accommodation procedure by South Central Planning, Tom, it's your turn.
Okay, first one up is BC 1029. This property is condemned and demolition has been initiated. Our CBO has an update.
This is a follow-up inspection. The front entrance, the front section of the building has been torn down. The majority of the debris was removed. There is still a dumpster and machinery on site. The rear section are the remains of a metal building with a front wall missing. In order to fix this, it would need to be an engineered renovation, which will require permits and inspections. If the progress stops, it is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
It's being demolished, right?
The front, is it all being demolished?
The back wouldn't be demolished because I felt that the council felt also the building was still good.
That's the metal building.
Someone who was interested in buying it. We wanted it, town wanted to take on the part that was damaged. We're on the project.
So, my question is, how long the contractor has to finish his job?
The original contract was 60 days. I don't know when you get pretty close. I'm pretty close.
Yeah, didn't they have some equipment breakdown, private meeting to go? But I saw him working and said,
I think, I'm sure you'll finish it in the proper time.
I didn't know how long.
so we have to get more time or we just let it ride? We do that.
Was that?
I think you need another update the next meeting, because
Ask them to
if
be
it's,
here next week.
if it's mid-July, by the next meeting.
Well, it's still in the agenda, laws is not complete, so it'll be okay. And then if you wanna have an update, there's a motion that we can use an update. You making a motion?
I'm making a motion to have an update next meeting.
Motion made by Lee.
Second.
Second by Mike. Any questions? We vote on Jody. Aye. Kip. Aye. Philip. Lacy.
Aye.
Mike. Aye. Have it.
Right, BC 1032, this property has been condemned. It is owned by the parish. Demolition set to begin on or about September 5th, 2024. A demolition bid was awarded to EBR and our CBO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. No changes have been made since the previous inspection. So it's my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
What's that paragraph I see at the end? They gonna do that, they're gonna, maybe the stone put them back, I guess, I don't know.
Possible. sure,
the
I'm sure they
signed
lost a week or
contract.
so.
They did send us the signed contract with the demolition company.
So we need to give some more time. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Not 30 days, 2 weeks.
Need a second? Move by Willis. No further discussion, we're voting on Jody. Willis, Lacy, Mike. You wanna say something? We thought you wanna say
I
something.
do wanna say something. Do we want to provide them with notice that we're gonna allow our demolition contract if they don't begin in 2 weeks?
I already told that verbally.
So we're gonna put it in
You
writing.
know, say it on
That's fine.
Well, once again, it won't be said we didn't give them time. So I'll say it again.
Yes, send them.
All right,
Okay, let's move forward, Tom.
BC 1033, this property has been condemned. The owner has until this date to repair or demolish the structure, and our CEO has an update.
This is a follow-up inspection. No changes have been made since the previous inspection. It is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
All right, council. Cory, go ahead. You want to speak?
So, I was waiting to get the permit in, I believe it said July 29, and I've never received anything.
We turned it into South Central, so I don't know where it's
Yeah,
at.
I kind of like the borough government about some conditions out.
There could be.
Then, down, I can check on that, Willis.
We'll check on it tomorrow, I'll talk to Laura tomorrow.
So it's in July,
July 29.
no reason for that. Now, board orders are here, fellas. There's no reason for that. You check with your building inspector, why it wasn't done.
Yeah, I'll make it right
You
now.
send us something right, so we can pass it on to the council.
So,
We need to get better than that.
So, just from my, when I
Yes, sir.
speak to them, they're looking for the permit.
Yeah, permit for
Do we issue the permit? Do we issue permits?
building.
We do the plan.
Planning.
I'll-
Speak to Mike.
I didn't,
I'll get with Mike,
You see him before I see him. John,
And I'll talk to Laura and
we
make
need
sure
to
we
be more
all get
proactive than you and.
Sorry, right?
You always need to be more proactive. This lady's waiting to do repairs, and
Yes.
we have an engineer firm, which is your engineer firm, should be.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how y'all
And
feel.
I had notified the council last month, she had called me and told me that she was waiting on this permit, and I had let her know.
I mean, these council's making decisions to move forward, and we need your support.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
would it be possible to get an extension?
No, we're gonna talk about that right now. Mr. Jordan,
Okay.
I'm over here 30 days.
the motion by Jordan, give her 30 days extension.
A lot that been done.
I say we give her 30 days after she gets her permit.
So which one is it?
You make the motion.
I move we give her 30 days after she gets her permit.
All right, Joey.
If she's waiting on a permit, that's not her fault.
His motion, Mike made a motion.
A second.
And there's been a lot of work done to the house, so. You know,
A second.
Mike made a motion to give 30 days after she gets her permit in her hand, second by Jody. We'll vote on it, Jody. All right, here. Willis. Lacy. Mike.
Aye.
That's
We have a question.
Yes.
I have a question.
I'm sorry.
When I came to the meeting, not the last one, but the one before that, the inspector said I need to fix box ends. I've never heard that I need to fix box ends before, so was that added on after the condemnation hearing?
Whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong, whatever the first inspection the building inspector did, that's what they found. I don't think anything was added. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It wasn't.
Sorry.
So, I will tell you, as a rule, yeah, I mean, it's typically in the report, all of the issues that are wrong. It's conceivable that in one of the update reports that were initiated, there was something else found, but I have to go back and take a look at it.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
So can be added on as we go, like, every time I come to the meeting, like, add something else that needs to be done to get off of the agenda?
So, I'm not the,
You got the permit department. I kind of threw him under the bus a while ago.
and all that we get is the initial inspection, so we don't get any follow-up inspections that are done in writing. So if there was any additions made after that initial inspection, we don't have a record of that.
That's not a issue.
So I never got an initial inspection, so I
John,
didn't.
can you check that out since you, the permit started for you?
I was just here at the meeting when it was done, like the porch, the roof, the siding, like the thing in the back patio. I was just here at the meeting, but I've never like gotten a list, and I figured that that's what the permit would be, like tell me.
The permit to involve construction. The inspection is what you use to fix, so you can get a copy of the inspection.
Okay.
Come give me an email address.
Okay.
And
They
I'll.
give you
I have a question on this. I'm looking at the pictures before, you carport in the back, it doesn't look
Yeah,
like
it
this.
says it on there, the carport in the back, that's the awning whatever, in the back, that's what you're talking about?
That's what I always called the carport, but the inspector kept calling it the back patio, so that's why I'm just referring to
I'm not finished what I was saying.
all the time.
It looks like on this picture, there was no metal roll back. Now it looks like the metal is rolled back on the carport, correct? When I pass it around, do you see that now? When you pass the street, did you see that?
Metal roll back,
Well, in this picture, was the metal roll back?
metal is roll back to the building.
I'm just saying you should remove that before it flies during storms and somebody else, you know what I'm saying, like the debris that needs to.
I paid the carpenter
To do that, and he can
screw that down, and he didn't do it, so I have another carpenter coming tomorrow.
Okay, I was just wondering, because I saw it was rolled up and it
Yes.
doesn't look like it's rolled up.
Yeah, I think it was from the.
So to answer your question, they're gonna get a copy, she can give you an email.
Thank you.
And that's what you. I don't think, I agree with you, I don't think it's right that we keep adding, I don't think that's what's happening, it's just, maybe, you need to read it before you see what it is.
Thank you.
All right, Tom.
Right, BC 1036, this property has been condemned. The owner has until this date to repair or demolish the structure, and our CBO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. They were actively working on the structure during my inspection today. So the progress should continue until the dwelling is weather tight and no longer in a condemnable state.
Storm probably put them behind too.
I guess we gotta give them more time, correct?
Yes, ma'am, wait.
And
Yeah.
resolution.
I'll move 30 days.
Motion by Kip, give 30 days.
Second.
Second by Mike. Any further discussions, if not, we can vote on Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Aye.
Right, BC 1038, this property has been condemned. The owner has until this date to repair or demolish it. Our CBO does have an update from council.
This was a follow-up inspection. No significant changes have been made since the last inspection. It is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
Didn't they pull some panels off?
They pulled a lot more
They did some.
panels.
I know they got some panels there to put up.
Yeah, look like a few panels missing, but that's it.
Yeah, they took the panel off the front wall.
I think they had to pull the front panel off to repair the main structure. They were there, me and Bryce had a conversation this morning. They were out there this morning working. I mean, it's a process,
Yeah.
a slow process, I mean, like everybody else. But they
So
were
I
out
guess
there.
they need more time too.
They're out on the town. 30 days.
Second by Kip, 30 days, second by Jody. Any further discussion? Vote on Jody. All right, Kip. Willis. Lacy. Aye.
BC 1040, this property has been condemned. The owner has until this date to repair or demolish the structure, and our CBO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. Progress appears to be ongoing in dismantling the structure. If the progress stops, it is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
Read something that Joey, he texted me right before the meeting, had to go back to work today or yesterday because someone, the other captain, family member died. But he got all the top on it down, so he's still working.
Yeah. He called me too this morning.
Or he would have been here.
Yeah, we're at the wish of the council.
we'll give it another 30 days.
All right.
Cause all,
Make a motion, you made that motion?
but the whole building has been kept torn down already.
Yeah, just.
The foundation and the blocks left.
That's it.
A second.
Motion made by Willis, second by Jody. Any further discussion? If not, we'll vote on Jody. Aye. Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy. Mike. Aye.
Okay, BC 1041, this property has been condemned and demolished. Our CBO has an update on the removal of the demolition debris.
This was a follow-up inspection, all building materials have been removed from the site.
I want to remove all that shit.
I
I'll
second.
second that.
Motion made by Lacy, second by Kip to remove it from the agenda. For further discussion, we'll vote on Jody. Aye. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Aye. Okay.
Right, BC 1048, this property has been condemned and the demolition bid awarded to BN Construction. Demolition is to begin no earlier than September 23rd, 2024. There's no action necessary on this item. Next is BC 1050, this property has been condemned, with the owner having until this date to repair or demolish the structure, and our CBO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection, the entire structure has been torn down, but still needs to remove all building materials from the site.
I think it's to go right there, so it's got a little bit of material. Look like they're doing it.
I know the neighbors said they were, they are, you know, like,
I'm going to give it 30 days. Motion by Jody, give him 30 days. Second by Willis. No further discussion. We'll go on. Jody. Aye. Kip.
Aye.
Willis. Lacy. Mike.
Aye.
Right, BC 1053, this property is scheduled for a condemnation hearing on October 7th, 2024. There's no action necessary. BC 1054, right. This property is being rescheduled for condemnation this date. At a prior meeting, the condemnation order was issued against Miss Betty Fairs and Mr. Jack Fairs. Tonight, we are proceeding against Mr. Edward J. Burnett and Miss Mary Brown Fairs only. And Bryce, I might need a little. We are not, Miss Cox, is Miss Cox here? She's not, okay. So we do not have service on the, second. But, the ad hoc is for, not for.
Mary Brown.
For Mary Brown. So, we're proceeding against two, not against Miss Cox, unless she's here. Unless she's here.
No, but Mr. Green.
Okay, all right.
She assigned all rights to LaFont for me, all permits of the right to the house. And what is the procedure for the house, Joe, what to do? Was demolition ain't tear down?
That's where we're at.
Yes, so.
Okay, well, I'm fixing out all rights, she's in process with the courts, we'll fill out the paperwork, and they're just calling me, it was last week, it's gonna be this week, I'm guessing, with the signatures.
Well, yeah, you know, we should probably just proceed at least formally with the hearing this evening. I think we have Mr.
We're moving forward with the hearing and everything else, and so do everybody else.
I've been maintaining it for
And I'm glad you came by. Within the area of the house, We're gonna proceed, I think we're with, talk to another attorney. Before it's sorted out, you're gonna have, whoever, name of the house is gonna be notified. So, because we'll go through the procedure. All right, now.
We did the ad hoc attorney on the.
what would be your plan for the house? Tear it down?
There's one aspect of it, because it was just used as a, say, drug house one time, and it's not in the heat. So, that would be my aspect of it, is who's cost and who's not, that's what I would want to know. If not, I'll keep it as a shed as it is, but that's all it is, there ain't been nothing more than that since David Gode passed away, and it's been there.
Yeah, so from our inspection, I don't think we kept that as it is.
No, I'll restructure, go outside and re-tenant, yes, definitely, it would be restructured. Outside roof and building itself.
I was just wondering what your plan was with
No, they just say Mary Cox and Mary Ferris. One was his wife, David Ferris's wife, and Mary Cox is his sister. So that's where, when y'all told me I got a hold of her, surprised me, because I've been trying to get a hold of her for quite a while. And she ain't, that's one of the reasons I have not been touched, because I wanted to do the house when I first really got it. And I wasn't doing it when somebody else was. I'm ready to do that. All right, right.
Okay, Mayor, we have, a whole, oh, wait.
Turn the TV on, maybe, because
I'm in charge of you, I'm in charge of it.
do your job.
Chris, you know what?
Hopefully not the man.
Don't want to turn it on. Go.
It's on.
Hey.
I turned it up all the way today.
Chris, can you hear us?
Yes.
I can hear you. Find the volume.
The TV volume problem.
That's nice, I'll look.
Okay, so Mayor, we got Chris Huddleston on Zoom. Chris Huddleston was, appointed as ad hoc for Mary Brown Ferries. Last meeting, when he appeared, I don't think we felt, we had enough contact with her to move forward, but, just to be conservative, we're gonna, proceed for Mary Brown Ferries against Mr. Huddleston. So.
All right, so, Mr. Huddleston, just for the record, you were appointed ad hoc counsel for Mary Brown Ferries, correct?
Correct.
All right, and have you been able to fulfill your duties as the appointed attorney ad hoc in an effort to contact the property owner?
Yes. Yes, I was able to speak with her over the phone. She has, then again, Missouri, I have her address, I have her phone number. She wants no part of the property, so she would not have a, objection to going forward with the condemnation.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Huddleston. Our CPO has an updated report on this property.
All right, this was a follow-up inspection. No changes have been made since the previous inspection, so it is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
And so, Mr. Mayor, with that, we would, suggest that the council proceed with condemning the property.
Council, move on.
I'll move, we move forward.
Mike, motion made by Mike, move forward. Second by Willis, any further discussion? If no further discussion, we'll vote on it. Jody? Aye. Yes. Willis? Lacy? Mike? Ayes have it.
How many days you want the condemnation? Those ordered for 30 days?
30 days, 30 days, okay. To bear the loss. That's all I got. Next property up is BC 1063. This property has been condemned. Demolition bid requests have been issued with a return date for those requests of October 7th, 2024. There's no action necessary on that property. This agenda. Next one is BC 1064. This property is scheduled for a condemnation hearing this date. Of the many owners, there are 3 estates that are being represented by ad hoc counsel. That would be Donna Terrebonne Berg and Rand Lucio Dufran Terrebonne. Have been served via domiciliary service. Mr. Charles Anthony Terrebonne and Lucas Boudreaux have not been properly served. These 2 gentlemen will have to be rescheduled for a condemnation hearing. We are proceeding this evening with those individuals and estates who have been properly served. To that end, our CPO has an update.
This was a follow-up inspection. No changes have been made since the previous inspection. It is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
All right.
Mr. Go?
Gene, can you hear us?
Have you, been able to communicate with any of the estates or parties you've been, appointed at my council for? And you otherwise fulfilled the normal requirements of an ad hoc attorney, as far as making your reasonable efforts at finding and communicating?
Yes, sir. All the cases. I ran advertisements, I mailed letters to their last addresses. And proceeded with that.
Well, then, Mr. Mayor, our CBO has an update on his property. An update report. We're on 1064. My apologies, he did that. All right, well, with that, then, Your Honor, Mr. Mayor, we would recommend the council condemn the property.
Who's the other two people you said that would be the ones that do?
All right. We have service on, of the three, well, via the ad hoc attorney, we have, service on the 3 estates. And we do not have service on Charles Anthony Terrebonne or Lucas Bourgeois. But that's it, those 2.
He was at our last
Who was
meeting.
on our last meeting?
Well, sometimes we don't get service returned back, but they actually got the notice, we just don't have the green card, and they will show up, but at the meeting. But I will tell you, as of this afternoon or this morning late, we didn't have a return on those 2 individuals.
We need a motion to move forward, gentlemen, ladies.
What about the other ones? You didn't need service ones? The Donna, Carolynburg, Villeray, Lucille, and Carolyn. Oh, you did all that.
The one who said he couldn't notify.
All right, there's a motion by Lacy to move forward, is that correct?
That's my motion to move forward.
All right, second by Kip. Any further discussion? If there's no further discussion, we'll vote on it. Joey? Kip? Willis? Lacy? Mike? Aye. Ayes have it.
30 days.
Yes, sir.
BC 1065, this property is scheduled for condemnation here in this date. Of the 4 known owners, 3 of those are estates represented by ad hoc counsel. One owner, Alice Bruce Boudreaux, was not able to be located, so we will need to reschedule her, and since we don't know her location, we're going to get an ad hoc appointment. She's here.
She's deceased.
Oh, that would be why we can't serve. So we'll have to have an ad hoc appointment to represent her estate.
And Victor Woodrow is still,
Yeah,
Victor
so,
Woodrow is deceased too, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Victor Woodrow is deceased too.
yeah, so we have, so the ad hoc representing all the estates that we do have, that we knew, when the owners were deceased, and that is the estate of Victor Boudreaux, the estate of Julia Boudreaux, and the estate of Victor Boudreaux Jr. So the ad hoc council is here for those estates.
What's that question? Okay, go ahead.
So, okay, let's get a report.
This was a follow-up inspection. No changes have been made since the previous inspection, so it's my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
Mr. Goh, have you had the opportunity to make reasonable efforts at notifying the estates of the deceased?
Yes, sir. And again, just when I ran advertisements, certified looking for addresses. We didn't hear from any of the heirs of these states.
Mr. Mayor, we recommend that the council proceed with condemnation.
Is it, Recommendation by Tom, move forward, moved by Willis, second by Lacy, any further discussion? If not, we'll vote on Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Ayes, have it.
Mr. Lewis, 30 days. Okay, I have a question on this 30 days. If they all dead, can we go out for bids and bring them back and just have them ready to go? They all dead.
Well, you're still gonna have to proceed for Alice Bruce Boudreaux,
Right.
who we haven't done yet. So basically, you're giving 30 days to, three estates that they passed away, but technically they have heirs. So, that's why the ad hoc is in place to try and attempt to contact anybody. But we're still gonna have to go through this procedure again with an attorney representing the state of Alice. So even though I understand what you're asking, they passed away, we're pretty sure nothing's gonna happen in 30 days, can we move forward with advertising?
But we can't because we're not.
We still have one legal thing.
We'll set them up for the next meeting.
All right, sir.
Okay, move forward to 1066. Okay. This property is scheduled for condemnation here at this date. Service has been made on ad hoc counsel for the two estates. We do not have proper service as against the registered agent of Goulden LLC, which means we'll have to reschedule the condemnation as against the Limited Liability Company. Unless they're making an appearance tonight.
That 1067?
Say again?
1067?
That's 1066. So with that in mind, we would like to proceed against the two estates. Mr. Goes here representing those estates as ad hoc, and CBO has a report.
This was a follow-up inspection, no changes have been made since the previous inspection, so it is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
Moved by Lacy. Second by Willis. Any further discussion? No further discussion, we'll vote on Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Ayes, have it. Okay, Tom.
Okay, next one is BC 1067. This property is scheduled for condemnation hearing. This date, we have service on two owners via ad hoc counsel. We did not have service as against Mr. Yule. Yes, attorney, which we will have to reschedule we're going to request an appointment for attorney ad hoc against him, but we can't proceed against the other two estates. Our CBO has some updated.
This was a follow-up inspection, no changes have been made since the previous inspection, so it is my recommendation to proceed with the condemnation.
Mr. Go, do you have anything?
Yes, after these areas, either I plan advertisements, certified letters, flags, and presses, and no contacts in neighborhood use property.
Mr. Mayor, you recommend condemnation.
All right, recommendation from Tom. Moved by Mike, second by.
I have a question first.
Okay, put a second. Need a second. Second by Kip, go ahead, Willis.
You were the chippy on that. These bids here.
I don't know where I don't know where.
I saw them the last 3 weeks. They got here.
Very,
We had a few of them on Christmas.
Contacting, that's you have a way to contact them?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. That's chippy. That's chippy.
Okay.
We just don't have to report that.
Okay. There's no further discussion, vote on it. Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Ayes, have it.
30 days, and, okay. And then the last one, 1068, the property has been condemned, the owner has until October 7, 2024, to repair the demolish, so there's no action necessary inside.
Thank you, Tom. You staff. You bid, council consider approving the August budget to actual finance statement. Moved by Willis, second by Kip. No further questions, we vote on Jody. Kip. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Ayes have it. Recreation District to advise the council that they will donate the park lights and poles that were pulled before Hurricane Ida. All the light poles that had, they pulled out the lights and the poles. I feel it's not to use, maybe light up the skate park one day, spit the cement, one day, put the lights on there, so I'm not gonna council that we, over that, exactly, so. That's a part. You know, big step. Moved by Kip, second by Jody. Any further discussion? We'll vote on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Lacy? Mike? Aye. I'd like to add something to the new business. Street sweeper repair, moved by Mike. Second by Jody. Audience once, audience twice, audience three times. All four. Okay, we seen this, a couple of weeks ago, we sent the street sweeper into, or purchased the street sweeper, and, we got an estimate of repairs. It's, a little over $9,000 to repair it, so, anything over 5,000, I think the council approved to move forward with it. The machine is in good shape, it's excellent shape, it serves its purpose, so, I'm asking the council.
Does a good job, man, working out.
Move by Judy, second by Willis. Any further discussion? If not, we'll vote on it. Jody? Aye. Kip? Aye. Willis? Lacy?
Aye.
Mike? Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you. Excuse me, any other business we brought before council?
Got something to do with it. You got something else?
You wanna bring up trash? Okay, Judy, would like to act, to the agenda.
I move.
Second by Mike. Audience once, audience twice, audience three times. I'm sorry, Jody, go ahead. Well, we'll go over Jody. Aye. Yes. Aye. Willis. Lacy. Mike.
Aye.
All right, Jody.
Yeah, I've been in contact with the parish down with Riverbird. They're gonna start picking up the storm debris this week. So if you have some, put it out. There you have. Also, their confirmation to me, the Riverbird boom trucks are gonna be pulled back. They're gonna they're gonna stay out the week. They're not, they're pass it to a FEMA job. So, but I was told myself, if you got some debris, rather storm it out, put it out. And bring it on the storm.
I confirm that with you.
Okay. And, that's about it.
Okay. Willis?
On that, yes. I'm gonna talk to Riverbird seriously. I thought.
The guy stops and he's not gonna pick it up anymore. We're gonna bring it to the front door.
All of a sudden. It must be a new job.
No, he's been there.
Well, I'm gonna talk to Jimmy.
From the street,
From the street to the front door.
if I have noticed some new people, like by my house, just saying, I don't know if that's the deal or what. I'm not making it, trying to say that, I think it's DS like you.
Jody, you think you're all right?
I got something else to bring up, South Henry Street. Gotta add that to the, it's collapsing with it, well, I wanna add that to the.
South Henry Street, like that, agenda, motion made by Jody, second by Kim. Audience once, audience twice, audience three times. We'll vote on it. Jody. Aye. Kim. Willis. Lacy. Mike. Ayes have it. Go ahead, Jody.
Yeah, I think the motor shop doing that, but it's in between my house and my neighbor's house, the road is collapsing.
All right, I guess Salad.
Soft.
I guess Salad will take some
I
pictures.
wanted to take a picture of it, but I was late.
We'll send some emails out to the parents.
Get an idea, we're gonna take a picture. Put that one right there, maybe.
There's a motion by Jody, go ahead, send an email to the parish for Henry Street repairs. Motion made by Jody.
Yeah.
Motion second by Kim. Any further discussion?